What's up, armies? Muggy here with some latest news. Alright, now this involves Jin, but he didn't get into any trouble. It was someone else that did, and it was a girl in the military. So let's take a look at the news. The headline says, Leaving post and approaching BTS Jin. So that's what happened. This girl, so it's a female medical officer from the army. She was in a completely different town, okay? A different city, rather. So this 20-year-old girl, I will assume that she is a BTS fan because she left her post and drove about 30 minutes because she heard that Jin was about to get like a vaccine. She's friends with another military officer, another female military officer, at the rookie training center. So this person, so the lady that got caught, the BTS fan, she's friends with the person that is being called Nurse D. So, no names are revealed because this is very, I guess it's just official military business and they just want to keep names private. So, Lieutenant A heard from Nurse D that he's going to be at the medical center because he needs to get a shot, dengue fever vaccine. As you know, dengue fever is spread by mosquitoes, and summer's coming, so it's getting hotter. There will be more mosquitoes everywhere, and she heard from the Lieutenant A heard from Nurse D that Jin's going to receive a shot that day, so she left her post and drove just to come and see Jin, which is weird. But I mean, some fans are crazy, and maybe she thinks that it's the only opportunity to come and see him. So, this Lieutenant A person drove down 30 minutes to see Jin, and she was the one to administer the second dose of dengue fever vaccine to Jin, not the nurse. And that's so weird because, she's not even from this particular medical center. She drove down. And why is it that to administer a vaccine, she took like 2 hours, 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. that day. Okay. And then when she went back to the place where she worked, she told other people about Jin. First of all, I don't think that's allowed. That's like just like being a Sasaeng and reporting, breaking rules and disrespecting boundaries in order to see Jin. And then going back to her workplace and then telling everybody about it, that he seemed really sick. Anyway, this crazy bitch is going to face some real harsh punishment. She'll either face imprisonment or suspended sentence for almost a year. And also, not just that, she does really terrible things. She's suspected of smuggling a large amount of Tylenol into the rookie training center because she heard from Nurse D that they had a lack of certain types of medication. So she was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll hook you up." And she just takes from her place and brings to their place. So basically, it's like, yeah, she's doing whatever because she thinks Jin's there. It's kind of crazy. I know it's being nice to Jin, but it's still crazy. Like, don't do this. Like, you might go to jail for like a year. Okay. Very important here. The military also protects Jin in the way that they say. The 5th Division even imposes penalties if someone wants Jin's signature. So, good. Because in the military, he is not a celebrity. In the military, everyone is a person that has an identity based on their rank, their position, what part they are of the team. So it's ridiculous, like, no autograph asking and that type of shit. So I'm really glad that the military has all these, like, really strict rules in place to protect, like, idols that go into the military. And, everywhere you go, there's gonna be girls, right? So I'm kind of embarrassed that a girl would do this and embarrass us females because, like, mm, just don't. It's embarrassing. Like, have some professionalism in the workplace. If everyone who works with BTS manages to do it, then you should be able to do it too. I like how in the article, the Lieutenant A was criticized as having greed and wanting personal benefits, like being able to see Jin. Greed and personal benefits filled her mind, making her no longer clear-headed. But you know, there's a common practice in the military that, like, if one person makes a mistake, your entire, like, team will be punished. Oh, it's called a unit. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with military terms. But anyway, if you see right here, it says, if A's misconduct is true, her entire unit will have to face harsh criticism. So, I mean, in the military, they encourage you to think as a team. This is the right way to use team. Think as a team, think as a unit, rather than think as an individual. Because, yeah, individuals have selfish beliefs and selfish desires, so they want you to think for the good of the unit. And she didn't. Like, so in order to prevent this from happening again, like, they're probably going to punish the whole unit in order for, like, let's say you hear of your team member wanting to do something like this again, and then you'll prevent it or you'll discourage it. So, okay, anyway, this unauthorized departure was raised through a civil complaint, which means someone outside of the military complained about it. Wow. So this must have gotten out, like, the news must have spread, like, wow. Okay, and all the different divisions and 5th Corps conducted a joint investigation. Okay, and then I think there was a typo here about, like, E or A, and then they changed it to E. But anyway, Lieutenant A is no longer a lieutenant. She was discharged as a lieutenant. And then, on top of her receiving the penalty and her unit receiving the penalty as well. So, I guess there at first there has been no disciplinary action, which means that they were trying to cover it up. And because, yeah, over here it says, from the outside, there are negative views, raising suspicions that the military is deliberately covering up this case. I can see why they would do that, because BTS things are such a touchy topic, and BTS is loved by, president, ministers, all the normal citizens. So, like, if they do anything, I guess if they just say anything official, then they might get backlash. But then they didn't do anything, and they're getting even bigger backlash. So now they have to do something. Because it's true, like, how can you allow some random crazy lady to, go see Jin? And I mean, yeah, it's great that she administered a vaccine, but what if it wasn't a vaccine? What if it was something else? What if it was a crazy person who's trying to kill Jin and gives him some weird medication or whatever? And it's like, maybe, how there's, like, Sasaeng fans who sent food to Jungkook's house and then he didn't eat it, and then now he's receiving death threats? What if it's like that? Like, they feel rejected. Like, a person feels so personally rejected by something an idol who doesn't know them did, that they threatened to kill him. And this person could have been that. You never know. Right? She could have, like, given him some weird medication, made him die. So it's actually very, very, very serious. And the military should not have covered it up and waited until someone complained about it, or, like, everyone on the outside heard about it before they took action and, took disciplinary measures against this crazy bitch. So, it's dangerous. There's danger everywhere he goes. I'm worried, but I hope that the military learns from this and that this doesn't happen again. Anyway, this has been Zany Money, and I'll keep you up on the latest news. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!